Chris was a wonderful son, and he had epilepsy. And he was diagnosed at age 16, 1 week prior to ending his senior year in high school. We just thought that it's manageable. He had epilepsy. He could take the medication and be fine. We thought he was doing fine on the medication. And we were never told, nor was Chris, to our knowledge, told by his physician that he could die from this. He's buried just a mile from our house, and I go up. The first thing I do every morning is visit him, and the last thing I do every night is visit him. I'm not ashamed to admit that I cry every day. I'm not ashamed to admit that I miss him every day. We don't want another family to go through what we've gone through. And with whatever we can do in our small little way to prevent another family from having going through it, we want to do. And the epilepsy puzzle can be solved. And it requires the finances to do it, and that's why we're involved.
Epilepsy takes as many as 50,000 lives each year, grim statistics Mike and Marion Stanton hadn't heard until their 4-year-old son Danny became one of them. The Stantons want other families to know what they'd never been told, that epileptic seizures can be deadly.
Sudep stands for Sudden Unexpected Death in Epilepsy. I would like to emphasize that this is a rare condition for people with epilepsy in general. However, there is a group of people with epilepsy who are at higher risk of dying suddenly without much explanation. And these are persons with uncontrolled epilepsy, especially if their seizures are what we call generalized tonic-clonic or grand mal seizures. We do know that frequent grand mal seizures predispose a person to this condition. This condition in this group of high-risk persons would occur at about 1 in 100 over 1 year. Now, a person can say, oh, 99 out of 100 over a year, I will not die suddenly, and so it's not really that bad a condition. But it is really an important condition. First, the public needs to know about, more doctors need to know about, the patient needs to be informed. Because 1 in 100 over 1 year is not small. If there is a medication that is in the market that can cause death unexpectedly, 1 in 100 over a period of 1 year of taking the medicine, I'm sure it will be taken out of the market.
Just as research into epilepsy has been hindered by stigma, experts and advocates say the silence about Sudep is making it difficult to explore the causes and treatments.
One of our current initiatives is to develop an effective awareness campaign or awareness strategy to inform people living with epilepsy and physicians and nurses and other healthcare providers about the risk of sudden death in epilepsy. There's a few reasons why it's really important that people with epilepsy and healthcare practitioners know about Sudep. One is obviously we want them to be able to have honest conversations and be fully informed of the risks associated with epilepsy. But the other is that we really need to increase the amount of research that is ongoing to try and understand what the risk factors and underlying causes and possible preventative mechanisms could be for sudden death in epilepsy. And to do more research, we need more people aware of the condition so that we can increase our understanding and our access to resources.